To win anything, you got to risk everything. To win anything, you got to risk everything. I want you to think. I want you to think about any time that you've ever thought of risk. I want you to think of what risk is. I want you to imagine what that is in your head. Whether that's you've watched sports and you feel like whatever team this is risking something. Whether you feel that's like leaving your job. Whether you feel that's staying up late and not studying for an exam and doing that type of thing. Risk is so like what do you think your risk is associated with in your head? I want you to think about that. Then I want you to think of your definition of win. What does win mean to you? If you think about winning, when I see winning, I see it as overcoming something. Somebody was battling through something. We're gonna get into the definitions in a second, but like just think of those two words, risk and win. What do those mean to you? I just pulled the definition of win, and then I'm gonna read that, and then I'm gonna read the one for risk. So a win is to achieve victory in a contest or to gain something through effort. So let's think about that for a second. Victory through a contest or gaining something through effort. To gain something through effort and to get victory in a contest, that means there had to have been some type of battle, some type of conflict. One side versus the other side, one person versus this person, this ideal versus this ideal. To win, you have to overcome something. So obviously, and if you're win, there's going to be a loser. But that's not what we're talking about today. To have the opportunity to win in this game of life and whatever you're doing, you have to risk something. In a battle, you don't battle unless there's opposing ideals. So somebody's putting something on the line versus somebody else putting something on the line. That is what the risk is. It's all you can always lose something. There's always something that might not go your way, something that might not give, and you rising above that and choosing to go anyway is what can get you to the win. Whether that's in like business or whatever it is, that's what can get you to the win. So thinking in your mind and understanding the risk that comes with the things that you're doing and still doing it anyway is how you get the win. If you stay in the same spot you're at, that's how you stay mediocre forever. And like I said in my other video, it's not about 9 to 5 or whatever that is. It's about if you believe that you are destined for more and you look at yourself in the mirror and you know that this isn't all that life has to offer for you, then you understand that there's something that you have to risk. And to risk, you have to battle something, whether that be you versus the old version of yourself, or that's you versus leaving your job, versus that's if you're playing sports, you versus training, or you versus your performance in the games, whatever that is, something will always be associated with risk because you can't get something that everybody wants without risking something. If everybody could get it, then it wouldn't be valuable. So it would the win. It's like those old YMCA trophies. If you ever played sports or if you've seen it, like participation trophies. The reason why that doesn't feel like anything, or like if it's a bonus at work, but everybody gets the bonus, like it might feel nice, but you won't feel like you got like a promotion. Or if the teacher passes everybody in the class, like it's nice to have an A in your grade book, but like it's not really an accomplishment or whatever an accomplishment is to you, but it's the same type of thing. It doesn't feel earned. So the reason why win feels so good, why championships feel like that, is because it's earned and you understand the effort and everything that went into that. And you can't win that without having the risk. You have to put something on the line to be able to win everything. You won't just get whatever you want without doing that. Like, for example, I got a Powerade thing right here. The person who created this, I'm sure they didn't fully see this when they first started. Like whenever they were telling their people whatever they were saying, something went into their mind. They had the idea. Maybe they were working a stable job. Maybe they had something else, but they had to really put the pedal to the metal on their vision and come up with this and create this. And even if it's a bad example, like I said, I don't know. You can fill in the blank here. Like I made a TikTok about that. Like Steve Jobs. Like you can look up Steve Jobs, his story. You can look up Warren Buffett, what he was doing. You can look up whoever was making Bitcoin. Like any of these type of things, if you have to take that risk to rise to that level that ultra successful at, or just the people who have taken the risk. You won't make it to the top of anything, whether it's your field, whether it's risk, without risk. It just doesn't happen. And then the definition of risk is the possibility of something bad or undesirable happening. Exactly what I've been talking about. I should have said it earlier, but the possibility of something bad happening. It's the same thing. Like, okay, here, I'm going to give this example. If I say it's like gambling in a sense. If I say you have a chance to win, this if you put in this effort, you have a chance to take the $50 that you have right now and turn it into $100. Or if you don't, you get to keep the 50, but you don't have the chance to get anything more. Now, obviously, in that example, with nothing to lose, it's like, okay, cool, why not? It's the exact same thing with 90% of the stuff that you have in your life. Obviously, there's some stuff where you put in that 50, you might lose everything, but you might win 100. It's the same thing in life. If you know you have some type of field or something that you want to do, and you don't know if you can make it to that thing, or you don't know if you can do whatever, it's it's just, you gotta put your foot on the gas, man. You gotta try it. There's no other way around it. There's no way around it. If it's content, you gotta be willing to be embarrassed. If it's basketball, you gotta be willing to put in extra hours. If it's soccer, whatever sport it is, volleyball, you gotta be willing to put in hours. If it's work, if it's a job, you gotta be willing to put in hours. It all relates to the hours. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't want to make it to heaven and look God in the face. And I think David Goggins said this, and some other people before him said it. Like, and him tell me all the things that I could have done and could have been for my life, and then I chose not to because I was scared. I never posted the first video. I never did what I needed to do, and it's like, you just never paid attention enough or never locked in enough to do what you're supposed to do.